Yes, Zaga. Yaga. You know the vibes. You're rocking on your Showtime Sizzle out in the sauce.
Tell you something. There's so many people biting your swag. There's so many people trying to eat off the drill. The shit you created, man. You put your name on that. You did that. You came up with that. But they biting that. And they jealous of you. And see what happens is when they trying to bite it and do what you doing, it don't work for them. They turn into your biggest critic. They eventually try to bite your move and steal your swag. Let them eat off your drill. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Don't be in competition with them. Don't you worry about them. What you need to do is get back into creative mode. Cause remember, they biting your swag. They can't come up with nothing until you make your next move. They watching you. You the leader. You the profound source. You the one, baby. You the alpha. You the beginning of this shit and you gonna end this shit. They can't do it cause you was called to do it. You see Wendy's, you see Chuck's. Both of them compete. You see McDonald's, you see Burger King trying to steal McDonald's sauce. You see KFC, then you see a chicken plate.
Happy Sunday. Taking a little break, so I said let me jump on, give y'all some sauce. We wanna talk about Jerome Boots Ennis. Shout out to my guy Bozy. I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this sauce though, man. You know, it's never personal, only business. But I gotta play devil's advocate. Because I think that's another reason why the sauce experience stands out. Because I am not your typical YouTube follower. Right now I see the follow narrative flow is, that Boots is ready. But I want to say this, right? Is he ready? We don't know, right? But these same people that are out here screaming that he's ready are the same ones that when it came to Bud Crawford, he fought nobody. So now when we look at Boots's record, I think what was that? His 32 fight last night. Terrence Crawford, right? I gotta play devil's advocate for y'all, man. Just smash my like button. Salute to D-Ray, first one in the building. Well, we gotta call a spade, man. And that's why I say with like YouTube boxing, it's a lot of like fanboys. Like you guys, if you don't like a particular fighter or you're part of a clique, a group, and they push a certain line, instead of you guys having a mind of your own, you just, you're herd of sheep, herd of wildebeest. You just follow, the herd, right? So now, with Boots getting dude out there in the 10th, the line that wants to be pushed is, he called out Spence and Crawford and all these top guys. But one of the top guys is about to fight another top guy. That is a decorated former undisputed champion at 140, champion at 135, Ring Magazine champion. This guy, you say, has fought nobody, right? Fought nobodies, but yet he has defeated many champions. Real talk. And I just ran his resume down a little bit. 3 division champion. Has fought nobody, but you guys do not have that same energy towards Boots. Boots is now you guys are ready to say he's ready to step in there with the winner of Spence and Crawford. But who has he fought for you guys to just say that he's going to be the one when somebody that is in line in about 20 days, a little under 3 weeks now, to fight for everything, has fought nobody. Does that make any sense, man? There's 4 y'all in here. Just smash the like button. Smash the like button if that makes sense. Shout out to Big Blunt. Salute. And yeah, so I gotta play devil's advocate, and I have a relationship with the Ennis family, man. But I just gotta question that because, like I said, Boo's great showing last night. I thought he was gonna stop him in the 6th round, right? I'm playing a fight back right now, like I do many times. I record these fights and I break down tape. I was having a little fun today with my comments. Normally I don't entertain the trolls, right? But my Earl Spence video got these boys in their feelings. And for those of y'all commenting saying that my channel is a hate channel towards Spence, it's obvious you don't know me. You don't know what I do in the game. And to address your other comment, I'm hating on a fighter that I don't know. I do know him. I know his uncles. I know his mama. I know everybody. So a lot of you weirdos on YouTube, you comment on the troll accounts. You guys is probably upset that I stopped fucking with them. And yet I still rose to the top. Yeah, shout out to Top Rank. Shout out to my Team Tuck official boxing business. But as I digress, salute to Ron for the $2. Appreciate that, my guy, Modern Kings. Yo, is that your grandbaby? Is that you in that picture? I like the picture on your community group, man. You look real happy. Is that your granddaughter you was holding? I don't know if that was you or not. Yeah, they was mad at me about my video, Ron, because I stated the obvious. Dude looks flat-footed, and then I had to really shut a dude down. He had the audacity to tell me do 3 rounds on a heavy bag. I was like, 3 rounds, 9 minutes. I was like, I might do 9 minutes on the heavy bag, and then do 6 rounds of mitts with Marley. That's a 12-round fight right there. He said do 3 rounds on the heavy bag, 9 minutes. Come on, man. You see, like a lot of these YouTubers, to me, and I say this respectfully, you guys are a bunch of haters. You're not real fans, right? You're not. And it's so obvious because a lot of you guys have channels, and when certain people like myself and others that do have real qualifications critique your favorite fighters, not only do you get upset, you get in your feelings, you get emotional, right? Like I've been stating for the obvious, had Stephen A. Smith, Steven Jackson, any of these other guys posted a video like that, you know what you guys would have did? And I say this respectfully, you would have got on your knees and kissed their ass. But when you think somebody who is a nobody like you, and I say this respectfully, you think you could jump on their page and talk crazy to them. No, we don't do that over here. Because like unlike y'all, we actually have a resume in boxing. But as I digress, back to Boots, man. I think Villa, and I say this respectfully, C-level fighter with heart, toughness, and grit. Skill-wise, C-level, right? We got to call a spade a spade. If Terrence Crawford fought nobodies, what is Villa, man? Come on. Feel free to comment, man. Do not be scared. If you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. But come on, let's keep it tall, though, man. If Terrence Crawford fought nobodies, right? What is Roman Villa? Easy question, man. Feel free to chime in. I'm going to get to some of these comments. Modern King, lighten it up. He says, never missed a day of her life. Oh, my God. What are you doing, Daffy? Do not come back in here. Go. Get out. Get out. Appreciate that share, Ron. Never missed a day in her life. Mon already, I respect the win. Yes, indeed. was that Boots' first main event. Nah. He had a couple main events. You know, Atlantic City, Philly was in there for him thick. Philly was, and I'm happy for Philly because, listen, I say this with all respect. Danny Garcia is from Philly, but he is Boricua. Boots Ennis is an African American warrior. They haven't had that in a while in the welterweight division. You know, and they are excited. Shout out to my man Greg Hackett. I seen Greg Hackett did a little video with YSM. You know, they're happy, man. That's their guy. He's from their gym. You know, it's good to see, man. Great to see the city alive. But is he ready, man? Come on. This is what my thesis is today, man. Is he ready? You know? He said Villa, the resume filler. D-Ray is out here rhyming today. Get it, D-Ray. Get it, D-Ray. Boots been the co-main event. Now he headlined in Atlantic City a couple times. I forgot he headlined a card in AC. I want to say, damn, I was at that fight, man. He headlined a couple times, man. You know, he headlined a couple times. This was good for him. He's the IBF interim champion. I think Villa was strong, a lot stronger than what a lot of people thought. He took a real ass whooping. Tough dude. That's why you see, I'll give Boots this much, right? He's no Speedy Rashidi Ellis. Remember, you guys, oh my God, you guys thought Speedy Rashidi Ellis was the goods. Speedy Rashidi Ellis was moved very well because Speedy Rashidi Ellis. Yeah, watch that fight, man. Hold on, let me address this. Watch that fight, man, and watch my frames. You know, the business of boxing. The business of boxing had plans for us, man. But it is what it is. If you know, you know. You know, if you know, you know. That whole Jihad Tucker scorecard. And when you watch the fight, right? See, I don't want to critique too much because they're gonna say I'm a team member. This is what I'm supposed to say. But even if I wasn't a team member, a judge had that fight 6-2. Watch the fight, man. If yo listen, and look, I put this out there right now. If any of you so-called trolls, because it's a million of y'all out there that hate me for being on YouTube, but if you can show me 6 rounds in that fight that Jihad Tucker lost, I will shut my channel down. I will shut my channel down. And I know that listen, that will give you guys a lot of gratification because unlike a lot of you guys that on YouTube, I actually have receipts when it comes to this boxing. But I will shut my channel down. If you can show me 6 rounds, because the judge scored a 6-2. And I'm not going back and forth with people that said that was accurate. Because by you saying that, I know you are down with what I'm talking about. You know, you prayed and prayed for my nephew's downfall. You wanted to see him lose. But there's nothing wrong with losing when you lose. But when you do not lose and they do you like that, they're trying to send a message to you. But as I digress, he was back in the gym Tuesday. You know, back in the gym Tuesday, D-Ray. We were supposed to have a fight yesterday for Marley in Patterson, New Jersey. But, you know, they said it was going to rain. It was outside in the field, the football stadium out there. And, you know, we're good. Yo, Ron, we're good. I told you I posted what it was, man. Dude don't even want to run it back. You know, he knows he got his deal, but it's all good. Fight day dropping soon. I'll keep you guys, you know, ears to the ground. But let me stay on topic with Boots, man. Is he ready, y'all? Is he ready, man? You know, because like we gotta, like I said, we gotta keep it tall over here, man. If you guys say a guy like Crawford, and Crawford and Spence is signed, sealed, and delivered the 29th, But you guys say that Crawford, Derrick James, Earl Spence are on record to saying that Crawford has fought nobody. Nobody. He has fought nobodies. So Boots Ennis, if we compare fights, has Boots Ennis fought somebody's? Right? Because they're on record saying that Crawford, a man that has beat undefeated champions, has fought nobody. So how can we say that Boots Ennis is ready, right? Real talk. Does that make any sense? Does that make sense, man? You know? I'll give y'all a second for that to soak in, man. Does that make sense, though? If Terrence, 3-division champion, undisputed champion at 140, has fought nobodies. So how is Boots Ennis ready? If a guy, like I just said, Terrence, has fought nobodies. See, they don't want to talk about this, but we got to talk about this because these are the things that you guys put out there. These are the things that you guys stand on. So that does not make sense. And then you get mad at a channel like mine that stands on that and comes on here and speaks about that, man. That's why I will always stand out, man. I'm telling you, because I'm not gonna go with what you guys want me to go with. I'm gonna go with the exact opposite every time. Ron, thank you, Ron. Highlight that. Ron says the lie. Crawford resume is cemented. Exactly. Gamboa. You know, they be up. Listen, 3 names on Crawford's resume alone surpasses Boots' resume, but yet there is not that outcry. Gamboa, right? Sean Porter, Cal Brook. Those 3 guys right there, right? And the reason why I'm using those 3, right? Because, see, these are 3 guys, right? And look how crafty and witty I am, right? The reason why I use those 3 names for Crawford, right? And I'm not going to use no other guys. I just use those 3. Because a lot of these guys that are idol worshipped on YouTube, they're common opponents. Devin Haney, worship. Tank Davis, worship. Crawford beat Gamboa just as they beat Gamboa. But in all fairness, Crawford beat a younger, more feared Gamboa. Edged him off right there, okay? He fought nobodies, though. Do we say that about Tank Davis? Do we say that about Devin Haney? No, we don't. These guys are idols on this. Sean Porter, Cal Brook. The Big Tuna has fought these 2. Do we say that about the Big Tuna? That he has fought nobodies? No, we don't. But yet we say that about Crawford. But this isn't about Crawford. It's about Boots Ennis. So those 3 guys right there, I use them because they fit the bill. Spence fought 2 of those guys. Devin Haney and Tank Davis fought 1 of those guys. And these are the guys that we say are the man. They are the popular fighters on YouTube. So is Boots Ennis ready? Because I don't have one name to run off for him like that. Maybe Villa. Villa. Villa beat Rashidi Ellis. Remember, it was a lot of guys high on Rashidi Ellis. Remember, a lot of guys thought Rashidi Ellis could have beat Boots. These are facts, right? Are y'all following me, man? Are y'all following me? I'm kind of slow today with the sauce. We might be going to the movies in a little while. But I said I wanted to, I just wanted to come on here, and just drop a little bit of sauce, man. Oh, man, Ron, you are going to bring the haters over here. Stop it. He said, real as boxing. You can't tell these guys that. These guys tell me I do no views. I'm a Spence hater. I'm this, I'm that. Come on, Ron. And this is YouTube. This is what we're doing. We're talking boxing. We're not actually going to the gym. like I said, my resume actually reads stuff when it pertains to boxing. You know, whether it's photography, whether it's interview. Oh, check out my interview I did with Charles Cornwell yesterday, man. Oh man, fire interview. I really got in my bag on that interview. You know, cause shout out to his manager Mark, my guy, good dude, real good dude. See, I network with the right people. Not saying that I don't like networking with the YouTube community. It's just like, to me, the YouTube community is like we are a handful of Jedis, the real solid official ones. Other than that, the rest of you guys are dark side. You guys are jealous, low-key fans, upset, mad. Like, come on, man. So I like to network with actual fans. You know what I'm saying? And real players in the game. Like, shout out to my guy Mark. I like to network with managers, promoters, you know, coaches, fighters, things like that, man. You know, so I reached out to my guy. I met him in Toledo, Ohio. When I interviewed Charles in person, and I was like, you know, I felt like I wanted the interview to be longer when I talked to him at the Huntington Center. But you know how it goes. After the weigh-ins, they got to clear out the venue because they got to start setting up, breaking down, getting the ring and all that stuff ready. So they want you out. And I just felt like I wanted to talk more to Charles. So me and his manager exchanged numbers. Yeah, see, I exchanged numbers with no disrespect. And I don't give out my number, but my number is public record. But I just don't give my number to any old YouTuber, especially when I know they can't really do nothing, right? So I hit up Mark. I was like, yeah. I posted the interview. I sent it to him. I was like, yeah, I want to get him again. You know, on can we set something up? And he was like, yeah, when? And I told him my schedule, and we locked it in. And normally I don't have time to prep, but this time I did my own producer notes. I had my questions, and I was so I wanted people to be a part of it, right? Shout out to Bruce Gass, man. Bruce Gass, your question, I got an answer for you about the split. But I put it out, I was like, yo, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. You know what? You guys show who you are. You're not fans. Nobody wanted to ask nothing. So, but we did a wonderful 30-minute interview. And to me, it was so genuine because his daughter was in it. She was crying a little bit in the background, but I loved that because it showed a different side of him. And that's what the Source Experience is about. You guys know him as the fighter. That showed not only the fighter, but the father. It also showed, like I said, the person. And I asked him a lot of stuff outside of boxing, as far as like I'm not gonna get into a lot of it, but he's in the real estate, doing good things, man. And shout out to him and his team, man. Can't wait to run that back. But yes, back to Boots, man. So is Boots ready? Like I seen WCS, he called my man Vanilla Wafer. That was good, real funny and crafty. You know, shout out to WCS. WCS was getting me through earlier because WCS was cooking for some time, and I was in the lab editing pictures. You know, I was trying to go through 100 at a time, man. When you shoot a fight, you have thousands and thousands of frames, man. So it's kind of hard. You don't want to miss nothing. But I had the ability to do that while he was cooking. And definitely check out his live, great live. You know, you did get the stragglers over there. You know, they always want to just, you know, it's like Earl Spence's radical fan base. Can't make this stuff up, man. So if T-Bud wasn't ready, right, I fought nobody. But Boots is ready. Like I just said, I'll give him Villa. Right? Because Villa knocked off Speedy Rashidi Ellis. But you said Crawford fought nobodies. I'm watching the what's the name is on right now on Showtime Part 2, I think, or Showtime West. The All Access. The All Access was good. My one gripe with the All Access is like, and I say this respectfully, it's when it pertains to Team Spence and Spence, you know, that good guy image, that's out the door, man. You know, the all American type image that they still trying to run with him. You can't run that narrative, man. Maybe with his fans, radical fans, but for those of us that really pay attention to the things that he has said about himself and put out there, I was like, come on, man. You guys are still, that's still the narrative. That narrative was cool in 2013, 2012, when he was an Olympian and he was clean cut. But now, you know, the stuff is out there about him now, you know? So I didn't agree with that. And I'm going to tell you another thing that really stuck out, right? When he was in the gym, right? And shout out to WCS. I think WCS made a little mention of this. He's in the gym, right? And they're talking about Derek and him. And he's saying how Derek is a no-nonsense type of guy, right? Yo, I laughed. Because he had to put his head down when he said that. And he had to dap Derek up because he knew it wasn't genuine, right? It wasn't genuine. You know why it wasn't genuine? Because that statement that you made, if Derek gets on your ass and does all this stuff, when you was out there doing the stuff that you admitted to, why wasn't he on your ass then? See, you can fool these clowns out here, but you can't fool the sauce. When you say certain shit, the sauce is going to get on your ass. I'm going to get on your head. I'll whoop your head, boy. You know I will. I'll whoop your head, boy. With the back of the steel, I'll whoop your head, boy. You know I will. So when I heard that, I laughed. I said, these old fake job turkeys. Now your man is no nonsense. But when you was running around here drunk on drugs and doing all kind of goofy business, why wasn't he on your head then? Oh, it don't have nothing to do with boxing. It has everything to do with boxing. You are his star pupil. Your body is your temple. I'm pretty sure listen, man. If I really want to be petty, I could pull up and go in the archive. There's videos of you running around the gym. You can tell you're drunk. You're screaming. See, I can speak on you like that because I've been around you, homie. Right? I know when you're drunk, Moby. Right? So for you to make that statement about Derek, and shout out, like I said, WCS pointed out, this is a guy that you on record saying you didn't talk to for 2 years because you didn't want to you didn't like him or something, you know. But I did like. I'm gonna tell you what I did like about the thing. How you had to go play with Massa. You had to be a good old boy. You know, shout out to Jerry and the Cowboys. You know, they had the Cowboys had to you had to go to the Cowboys, right? And I want y'all to catch this sauce, right? He had to go to the Cowboys on his All Access and highlight the Cowboys, right? But once upon a time, when he was the man, before he got into that horrific car crash and the DUI, remember they had the Hard Knocks. He was coming off from fighting in Dallas. Yeah, they didn't want no parts of him because he was bad publicity. He was bad publicity, but I might be telling a little too much right now, but hey, this is what we do, right? Had he not gotten those car crashes and been his name tied in with a lot of, bullshit, he might have been on Hard Knocks. You know, Hard Knocks, the training camp thing that the Cowboys do. They probably would have threw him in there, but they didn't. But you see, he had to go take care of Master and the boys and had them all over his All Access. You know, but shout out to the Cowboys, one of the biggest franchises in sports, just not the NFL in sports. I think, you know, when they talk about franchises, it's the Cowboys, you got the Knicks, just certain franchises, the Pittsburgh Steelers, certain franchises, you know. But I did like that part. See, so for all y'all here saying I'm a Spence basher and all this, now that was cool, right? Ron, you're laughing at me, Ron? He said these YouTube channels are fanboys mostly. They are, man. They're disgusting, bro. They're not. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're not even fanboys. They're weirdos, bro. Because, like, if you are a fan of boxing, right? A lot of these dudes are stands. They are fans of particular fighters, right? I already see where the momentum's going. That's why I did this video. Because Spence is on his way out, bro. It is what it is. They don't want to hear it. EJ's better days are behind him. And he's on his way out. Man, he's on the back nine of his career. You know who they're going to jump on now? Boots Ennis. It's already showing. If they continue to keep moving him the way they're moving him, Boots will be the new Earl Spence. He will have a radical fan base. But I think it's going to be a little different. Because when you think about Earl Spence's radical fan base, and I say this respectfully, a lot of them are based out of Texas, especially the Dallas area. You know, Boots Ennis, and with all due respect, is an East Coast guy. He's what they would consider a Yankee. He's from up north, and if you know, a lot of dudes, they don't really like up north guys, New York in particular, but East Coast guys in particular, right? So it's going to be hard for Boots to really get it like that. Because look at the other East Coast juggernaut, Tank Davis, right? Tank Davis has surpassed Earl Spence probably as the face of boxing for the PBC, not the face of boxing as the face of boxing, because that, you know, I did the video on that. He's not getting $100 million contract like Canelo, right? But you see, they don't really want to give Tank his props, right? Because they're jealous of Tank, man. You know, Tank, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But like I said, if Tank was from the South, Texas, oh man, listen, Tank would have the game on smash, man. But Tank, like I said, another East Coast guy, Baltimore. So, you know, they hate on Tank a little bit. And another thing why they hate on Tank too is this. But I love this about Tank. Tank is doing groundwork as far as putting all his people into position. You know, the Roz podcast. See, they don't like that, because when you think about Earl Spence, I got to use Earl Spence, right? Texas guy. And this is a Texas guy, right? He had an in-house media guy. IOTBA shitted on him, right? They don't talk about that, though. They don't talk about that. Shitting on IOTBA, right? He had an in-house strength and conditioning guy, Blu-ray. Shitted on him. They don't talk about that either, because you know why? Because Blu-ray's still waiting on a phone call. Meanwhile, he's still working with everybody and anybody else. But see, these are the facts. These are actual facts. I know I got a little off topic, but I'm just giving y'all the source. It's Sunday. These are true facts. But then when you look at a guy like Tank Davis, right? Has his own cameraman, media dude that is blowing up right now, laying down the blueprint. The Roz podcast, other than Ellie's setback, when Tank fought Ryan Garcia, bar none. Watch how I tie this in. They had the hardest media coverage for Tank Davis, other than Ellie setback. Devin Haney fucks with the LDBC heavy, right? Heavy. When Devin Haney fought Vasily Lomachenko, the LDBC big dogs were there. Blue, BF, Black, CC. Yo, their coverage, trash, to say the least. To say the least. But Tank Davis and his quote-unquote media team that he supports, the Smoothie King and Coach, and all, yo, fire. Fire. Unlimited access. Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko. Yo, Blue Blood couldn't go around the metal detector. Never seen that before. Never seen that before. And I try to show y'all that. I show y'all that, right? That's why I be trying to show y'all when you are a team. And my man WCS could attend to this, right? If he was in here, he plays his back, right? We just recently came off covering a fight, and there was a issue behind the scenes, right? The team, right? Myself, my brother, we went to the people that are in charge, and we worked it on out. That's why you see some of the coverage, you see some of the frames, the locker rooms, and all that. See, when you are a part of a team and you have access to do media work and you work for the fighter or you're working with the fighter, this is how it flows. So when I sit back and I know these type of things from doing this, and I'm like, man, I got to respect what Tank is doing. Because I see how he has Squeeze and Homeboy and them moving and grooving. And I got to say the same thing about Crawford, right? When I watched Terrence's send-off with the Apostles, with Cam and Gooch, Mr. Gooch, and I seen the coverage that he was giving them, the accessibility, I'm like, see, this is what, when you are official, you do for your peoples. Others do the latter. What do? They shit on you. That's pointed out. Earl Spence kicked ILTBA out the whip. Kicked them out. Kicked them completely out, man. You know, he was in-house media. He was the Roz podcast before the Roz podcast. But now look at, he's the what? Spit Bucket. Like his career did about face as well. But as I digress, you know, let's stay on the topic, man. Let's stay on the topic. Salute to Gary. Gary, what's up, man? He said the LDBC hot garbage. Yeah, some people would say that, Ron. You know what? I'm gonna say this too, man. When it comes to the LDBC, right? They're like an internet thing, right? And they be having the people, right? They think all black media is LDBC, bro. It's sad, bro. Well, not no more, but when you was trying to cover fights, right? And you would tell these people that you're YouTube media, they'd be like, oh, you're one of them. You're one of them. That's why, and I say this respectfully, that's why if you see a lot of them, like they're big dogs, 7-8, like 7-8 don't cover fights. 7-8 don't even go to fights, man. Why is that? Why don't he go to fights? You know? Why? Like he's the general. VFTV don't go to fights. These guys don't go to fights. They talk radical rah-rah on the internet. But you're not on the front lines making a difference. And then the guys that actually are on the front lines making a difference, you want to tell your little flunkies, your little junkies, right? But that's what, at the end of the day, and I say this respectfully, a lot of these dudes that be on the internet, clicked up, following, these dudes be on drugs, bro. Real talk. They got drug issues, because there's no way I am a grown ass man or woman with a family, right? Right? Because at the end of the day, when you have a family, right? A wife, kids, and all that, you are a general yourself, of your family, right? And I say this with all due respect, man. When I be seeing grown men, they be like, General, I'll be like, man, you look pathetic, my nigga. You like, I could just imagine how you run your household respectfully, man. Let me see. You guys got me getting off topic. Gary said the general of what exactly? Exactly, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, these dudes be banging on the internet, man. You know, and yeah, every once in a while I entertain them. You know, I'll jump in one of their groups and get in the chat or something. But other than that, I can't entertain these dudes, man. Like I said, man, you can't. You like it's like that saying that 50 Cent had, right? 50 Cent said his grandfather told him, "Yeah, you're gonna get in far in life as the people you talk to about nothing." A lot of them talk about nothing. That's why when it comes to this YouTube, I can't really like. You know how many offers I get to people to pull up and do this, that, and the third, and I say to myself, like, what does it do for my brand? What does it do for my team? If it doesn't do nothing for my team or my brand, I can't really fuck with it like that, man. You know? And salute to the ones that do. Like, YouTube is a free platform. I see more people put more effort into other people's shit than their own shit. And then they get mad when somebody like myself, because I'm the poster child of this. A lot of people don't rock with me on YouTube, but in real life, like I just threw up frames after frames. This is the second consecutive fight that I have shot ringside, right? I'm a brand new photographer. That's why these dudes be hating, because they like, yo, I've been shooting fights forever. And I never did that. I never made it that far. How did you make it that far? Because it's God's work. Not only is God's work, it's my drive and my passion. It's my drive and my passion. You know? I'm not the typical guy that comes on YouTube and wants the YouTube deal. I'd rather have a deal in real life. See, real life attributes and real life accomplishments outweigh this YouTube shit, man. This YouTube shit is cool if that's what you into. But when you are into this YouTube shit, and this is no shot, right? If I go on vacation tomorrow, real talk, take my kids and my wife, we go to Disney World or something, I might do a short video or something like that. Do you think while on vacation in Disney World, I'm going to do a live stream about boxing? Or do you think I'm going to enjoy my vacation with my family? See, when you take the YouTube deal, that's why, if people be laughing at me about this shit, you got to always do YouTube. You got to always do YouTube. Like earlier when I started this live, I said, if you can point out 6 rounds that Jihad Tucker lost in that fight, I'll turn my channel off. You know why I can do that? Because YouTube does not run or dictate my life. Some of these people, they can't. And the goofy boy that got on here and I had to kill him, clean him up a little bit. I wiped his nose a little bit. He had a little snot on his nose, little snotty nose dude. Talked about his views over my views. So you know what I did? I did stun on him. I showed him real boxing views. While you're sitting in your living room talking about Abdullah Mason, I'm across the hall from him. We're on the same floor at the hotel. While you're doing videos predicting Jihad Tucker's fight, I'm preparing CMOS for him. I'm shooting ringside his fight. I'm in the locker room getting behind the scene coverage. So don't you ever in your life think that because weird, jealous, hating niggas like you on the internet that claim they love boxing don't watch my stuff, it makes you bigger and more important than me because you have a crew, a community of weird, jealous losers like yourself that watch and talk about boxing when actual players such as myself, World Combat, Town Biz, Coach Malachi, the boxing section, Kyle, and many others actually walk it and do it. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man. You know, I gotta digress, man. I gotta digress. He said, thank you, Gary, for this comment. He said, imagine calling a pimp general. What life do you have when you are calling a pimp your general? You're a hoe. They're his hoes, man. Very, 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 very Sugar Ray style. I said very many times. That was a very powerful comment right there. They're hoes, man. Those are his hoes, man. They pay dues, right? Don't they pay dues? I don't know how that works, man. See, Gary, you're starting something. You are starting something. Oh, here it goes right here. Hold on. Yo, look, he couldn't even look at Derek. He said Derek was a real one. Damn. Can I rewind that? I want to see if I can rewind that. Ah, man, I tried to rewind it. That part where he said Derek was a real one, where he was tough with him. Yeah, he dapped Derek up and didn't even look at him. Where they do that at, man? How do you give somebody a compliment? Hold on, let me see. I might can rewind it, man. Let me see if I can rewind that, man. Yeah, he said Derek was a real one.
Dad, she took my $2.
Why? Get your money back. Why are you letting her take your money?
I told her to give it back, but she's playing it.
Yes, and yo, peep that too. Peep the
You're gonna be mad at me if I
peep the all access, right? Yeah, when they was having the Father's Day lunch and dinner or whatever it was, and Spence had all that pork on his plate, the ham, and he knew the cameras was there. Yeah, you peep how he tried to dust his plate off into his pop's plate. Try to thought he wasn't eating that because he knew the cameras was there. See, these are things y'all don't pay attention to. I caught that early. Y'all caught that like a wide receiver. Yeah, he had a big plate of ham, all type of stuff. He tried to dust it off his plate because the cameras was there. Like, nah, nigga, eat up, nigga. You know you eat that, bro. Don't front for the cameras, my nigga. Get right. But let me see if I can rewind this, man. Sometimes they let you. Oh, yes, I can rewind it. Yes, look. Oh man, y'all listen to this. See, technology is great. I'm gonna turn it up, man. I want y'all to hear this. They said Derek was a real one and had his head down. He dapped him up and said he was a real one. Look.
That's why he the best coach in boxing, because he don't try to pamper me. When I look like shit, he gonna say I look like shit. I don't care how big you get, ain't nobody get pampered and critique me like I'm a grown man. Appreciate it. Real.
Man, yo, I had to stop it right there. Did you hear that? He said, that's why he's the best coach in boxing. He don't pamper me when I mess up. He don't pamper me. Yada yada. He said he's a real one. Yeah, they both were so fake in that moment. I just noticed Derek right now playing it. Neither one of them looked at each other because they knew. I didn't even pay attention to Derek to just now. Yeah, they dapped each other. Yeah, they knew they were so fake. Man. Oh man. But listen, y'all, we about to go to the movies. About to get up out of here, man. Enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I try to give y'all an hour. It's 50 minutes. Shout out to Big Blunts. Like Big Blunts said, hopefully y'all caught this sauce, man. So, the thesis was, I got a little off topic, but is Boots Ennis ready, man? I say, listen, me personally, I like Boots. You won't know if you're ready until you get in there. You got to test the waters. If we go off of the YTC narrative, right, that applies to others, he's not ready. But if we don't apply how we apply it to others, he's more than ready. Because according to the YTC, Terrence Crawford has fought nobodies and beat nobodies. But he wasn't ready. He's not considered a walkover. So if we use that logic, Boots isn't ready. Because I just named 3 guys on Terrence's resume that Boots doesn't even come close to. But if we don't apply that to Boots, Boots is more than ready. He passes the eye test. He's flashy. He stops guys that he's supposed to stop. But if I was moving him, I would not attempt it. You know, because it's like this. He's young, right? He's still young. Next year around this time, he's gonna fight for a belt regardless, right? But why rush the process, right? I know it sounds good to call these guys out. You want to fight Bud, you want to fight Spence. But, and shout out to my guy, Fernando Vargas, man. I remember them rushing Fernando Vargas, right? Fernando was my guy, seeing him in Tulsa. Yo, they rushed Fernando, man, against Tito Trinidad and De La Hoya, these guys. That if he would have just waited, he would have beat these guys, yo. He would have beat these guys. But they put him in there with them too soon when these guys were still prime killers. And you see what happened. He got his head beat in. I think the same might happen to Boots. He has the skill set. But these guys are still, listen, these guys are still apex predators, man. Just wait. Gary says give him Boots against Keith Thurman. I think that's a good fight for him too. But we just don't know what Keith has left either. Keith has been on the shelf for a while. I'm hearing he's supposed to be fighting the boy Dennis Ugas. You know? But if Boots, he should just wait, man. Because like I said, they're fighting in July, right? You figure their first fight, the 29th, the rematch will be, if not at the end of the year, in the beginning of next year, if they do go through with the rematch clauses and all that, you'll be fighting for his title this time next year, man. Don't rush it. Don't rush your Don't rush your, because right now, you're hype. And I say hype respectfully. You're considered a killer, bro. You don't want to go out there and fight one of these guys and then the moniker be like, and I use this, Erickson Lubin. Remember when Charlo stopped him? He wasn't ready after that. Oh, they rushed him. He was still green. You don't want to get that, man. But hey, what do I know? Got to say that. What do I know? Salute to everybody that came through. Gary, Modern Kings. I appreciate the donations, Modern Kings. Ain't no fights coming up. But you know what I'm going to do, Modern, right? I always donate to the, getting the tickets for the kids from the, what's the name? I have been online recently after shooting these fights. So now, and I was kicking it with one of the photographers, man. My man Javon Hill, that's his name. See, I got his name right. He shoots for Tiger Johnson, and WCS is another one of my advisors when it comes to the photography game. I think I want to upgrade and get another lens. These guys, I be looking at these guys' equipment. I be talking to these guys, man. So unlike these, these other YouTubers that you guys donate to their channels and stuff, my donations, as you see, goes to the actual content. Because to be honest with you, and I say this respectfully, I don't think there's too many YouTubers that you guys donate to that are giving you, other than the names that I read off, Biz, Coach Malachi, WCS, the boxing section. There's others, right now I'm drawing a blank. But a lot of these guys that you donate a lot of your money to, they're hustling you, man. They're hustling you. They're doing fight parties. They're not giving you interviews. They're not getting you no frames. They're not giving you no behind the scenes. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? But yes, Ron, these new donations and stuff is gonna go. I seen this lens. The camera that I want, man. I don't know how I'm gonna get that and explain to my wife and my children. Because this camera I was looking at, just put it like this. It's a whip. You know what I'm saying? It's a whip. I can get a nice used whip for this type of camera that I looked at. Mirrorless joint. And And if I come in the crib with one of those, right, I could get it, right. But if I come in the crib with one of those, it's gonna be, we could have got this, we could have got that. But if I hit the lotto or something, or because I do play numbers on occasion, things like that, But the camera itself, mirrorless lens, it was like a whip. I was like, I can't get that. My wife would kill me. Now, when I retire, hey, that's a whole nother story. Coach Reed, you want to close this out, Reed?
Yes.
Close this out, man. Let the people know. Are you coming to the movies?
Yes.
So talk to the people. Close this out.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for his thumbs up. Dad, can we see the Elemental?
Well, you can see Elemental. I'm not going to see Elemental.
Please.
No, you can see Elementals. I'm going to see what I want to see this time.
I